Rainer, you're presenting here at EMO your new dashboard. What is it and what does it do?
Well, so far we have a dashboard which is, if you like, not so easy to work with and play with. And here we're trying that in 3 or 4, maximum 4 clicks. You're down to the bottom of your information in regards to what is happening on my shop floor, what's happening with my machine. And on the right side, you can even enlarge it and find your machine in China or any other place. And then we have for different machines, how is the situation with this machine? And I can, for example, go into production and get a setup of different machines I have in my system. And we can look at any of these machines and have easily transparent the performance data or the downtime. We have a runtime monitor, operation modes in which MDA, automatic or what, and we have a cycle time analysis, so you can see why is my cycle time not as it should be and what happened, and you can see that the times we have here is by the seconds. So very detailed or broad, depending on what you want, and within a few mouse clicks. And certainly the definition of OEE is sometimes not easy because the parameters are defined differently, but it all helps that task to increase your OEE.
So overall equipment efficiency, if I recall, this is all live information, but does it do any form of prediction? Can you predict when a job's going to finish, or maybe when a machine's maintenance is required, for instance?
This is also part of this new cockpit, of this new dashboard. Here we are concentrating on the production people here at the show. That's a CAN version which we're going to roll out first quarter next year. We have already a trace, an access trace, and you can also enlarge that. Currently, however, the machine would do a jogging program, and then you take the traces and compare it with the fingerprint we took at our factory. We talked about it last time that before a machine leaves our factory, we take the fingerprint of all the axes and of the spindles.
So you'll be able to do it remotely, and you'll know if there's wear on the spindle, if an axis needs putting back into tolerance?
Exactly. I mean, you see the relative difference to when it was new, how it's getting, let's say, old, how it's wearing out by your data, not by the operators listening or the assumptions, but by the data. And here, as I said, we present this new production cockpit, and I think it's going to be hitting the floor very well because people see it's easy. One thing important, easy to use, so that the production people also can like it, and the maintenance people as well. Thank you.
And we're at EMO 2017. To be honest with you, a lot of stands are talking about Industry 4, the fourth industrial revolution, 4IR, whatever you want to call it. But you've been practicing this for many, many years at SW, maybe even before it was given a name.
Oh, of course. I mean, when I started 17 years ago, we called it teleservice, right? Yeah. It was a simple telephone line, and we all know the fax machines, and that's the data or the speed of data we transferred at those days. And ever since we are working in that, we have allocated engineers, and my so-called industrial data service team today is 9 people, 5 R&D engineers developing new front-end, back-end software here, but we're doing the physical thing of knowing what our machine is doing since many years. Now we have to make it nice and shiny and easy to use. And yes, we did it before the word Industry 4.0 came up.